Fake Radio 2026. We here. Special guests in the building. Introduce yourself.
Fake Radio, my name is Zoe Rex. What's going on?
Cool. So, Zoe Rex. So, do you remember like how I first got put onto you? I think I told you.
Was it through an Arlena show?
So that's when I told you. Nah, because I met you. I did meet you in 2021 at like I think it was a That Good Shit thing at like an art gallery.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because I went to that like 2 months into the LA journey. Met a bunch of people there. I think I met you briefly. I fuck with your music. I think was it Conceited Daydreams?
Yeah.
That was on the
guitar,
rotation for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate it. That's crazy. That's a throwback.
That's a throwback. I met Schno there too.
Mm-hmm.
He's the homie. Yep. Yeah. And then I like reconnected with both of y'all like after I was doing like the podcast music thing. Like 2 years later. I met you. Yeah, then I met you at an Arlena show.
So dope.
But you've been doing this shit for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Explain. You're from LA, right?
So born in Maryland.
Oh right. Okay, yeah, Maryland.
Moved out to LA when I was 2. So
okay, got you.
From LA, like
yeah,
from LA.
Raised but not born.
Raised but not born.
Got you.
Yeah,
got you.
Born.
That still counts, you know.
Yeah,
what I'm
it
saying?
definitely got roots, in
for sure,
places.
for sure. Do you go back to Maryland a lot?
Yeah.
I go
back often. A lot of family has moved out of Maryland, but always all in the DMV. So,
okay.
Like,
cool.
Yeah, been out in LA, man. I've been doing the music thing for like how old am I now? I just turned 24.
Okay.
Probably since I was like 16.
Since you were 16?
Like,
okay.
Yeah, like 8 years.
Yeah, so
maybe
you just
like 7 years.
Yeah, so so you were like still in the teens when I met you at the. Okay,
yeah,
that's crazy.
100%,
That's crazy.
100%.
Hell yeah. Okay, that's crazy. So what? So when did you like start? You were 15?
I probably I'd say like 15, 16.
Okay, yeah. What were like the early things that got you like inspired to start creating music?
Well, let's take it back. I'd say my family is pretty musical. Like just the taste is very widespread, I'd say.
Yeah.
So it's like, there's a lot of different influence. And very kind of like deep cut influence, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking like Bjork to the Isley Brothers
for
like
real.
Just Sam Cooke, like all these different genres. So I feel like growing up it was very easy to kind of pick out what I liked about different kinds of music.
Yeah.
And I feel like I kind of like I've always carried that just as far as me like acquiring like my taste and everything.
Mm-hmm.
My mom tried to put me in guitar lessons when I was like 7.
Okay.
And they were cool, but I just didn't like the instruction, I guess.
Yeah.
And the math behind the music. I really just like wanted to kind of like be able to strum and figure it out. So I say that was a good majority of my life with the idea of like making music. Was like I have taste for it. I like feeling it, but I don't like being instructed on like how to do it. And then I kind of thought like growing up, like if I was gonna do it, it had to be under instruction or this or whatever.
Okay.
And then I was on FaceTime. It was freshman year of high school, 2016. I was on FaceTime with my friend, and I will always shout her out because I seriously don't think that without this call, without this friendship, that I would be making music. Like seriously, butterfly effect on this is crazy. But we were on FaceTime, and she saw this like old dusty guitar like in the background, and it was like, what's going on with that? And I was like, oh, I used to play or like wanted to figure it out, but I never really did.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, why don't you, figure out a song? Like, if you could figure out a song by the end of the week, like, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
I was like, I kind of took it as a challenge. And I made a capo out of like a hair tie and like a pencil.
Yeah.
And then a pick out of a Forever 21 gift card, and like learned "Love on the Brain" by Rihanna. It was like 4 chords.
Word.
And from there it was just kind of like I was like, oh shit, like. And then I remember singing it for her like on FaceTime. Yeah. And she was like, that was really good. And I was like, oh, okay, like I appreciate the compliment.
Cool.
What's up?
That's good.
What's up? And it's like, I appreciate the compliment, but
Yeah.
you know, more than anything, like I really enjoyed like strumming and like singing at the same time. Like that was
Yeah.
something that was like kind of eye opening and like
Uh-huh.
and very like I don't know. It felt a lot deeper
For
than
real.
just kind of like a little hobby thing.
For real.
And then she asked me to learn another song,
Uh-huh.
and then realized like I could like I figured out what tabs were, you know, where you
Yeah.
could see the like 1, 3, 5, like all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I just kind of taught myself chords, and from there I just started accompanying myself writing.
For real.
Wrote my first song that I like really liked, put it on YouTube. And then my dad, you know, has friends, and I feel like
Yeah.
this is another thing. Getting into music, I feel like my dad was he kind of waited for me to take the steps because he had, you know, certain friends that were producers or this or that or whatever. So I feel like he was just kind of, you know, letting me take the steps and had a producer friend, and then
there we go.
yeah, and then put me in the studio, and I recorded my first song like that, and it was
made it happen.
That was it. Yeah.
Cool. And that was inside, or that was something?
What do you mean?
The song that you recorded, like in the studio?
Yeah, that was no, that was it was Distance.
Okay.
Yeah,
Got you.
Distance
Cool.
was that's a deep cut too.
That is a
That's
deep
like
cut.
yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Distance. All right. Fire. And you got the new album
I do have
dropping.
the new
When
album.
this is out, it'll be out.
Fourth and Back.
Fourth and Back.
January
Fire
30th.
album.
Thank you.
Super good.
Thank you so much.
I love no skips.
Thank you.
It was like it's 23 songs.
Yeah.
Over an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Super long piece of music, but like kept me constantly entertained. Something that I've seen you live a bunch of times. I've listened to a lot of your catalog, and it's like it's always like very like it plays with different genres. Like some songs sound like this, some songs sound like radically different, but very inspired, very like, and I feel like that is all like showcased in like a consistent tone throughout. So it was really cool. What kind of made you be like, nah, I'm gonna make it like 23 songs, hour long, that kind of thing?
Well, I don't think it like. All right, I don't think it started as like I'm going to make a project.
Yeah.
My bestie and producer Jake Hickson. Shout out Jake Hickson.
Jake Hickson.
You know, we want to talk about like how I kind of got into making music. Right at the beginning, you know, it was kind of freshman year for me. It was freshman year for Jake. Okay. Jake figured out that he liked producing, and I figured out that I liked singing.
Yeah.
And we just kind of been cool, you know, since then, since 8th grade. We've been cool since 8th grade, but really started connecting on, you know, this is something that we like to do. Kind of around, you know, beginning of high school. And we've been building, and if, you know, people look back, like in my catalog, like you'll see stuff produced by Jake.
Yeah.
But we really had we locked in on like 1 or 2 projects before. But we both kind of felt the need for something deeper, different, more intentional. And it wasn't like, you know, we didn't say like, all right, we're going to create a project. You know, he had gone to college for engineering and for like audio stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know, I just moved, you know, there's a lot going on in both of our worlds. But him being away was definitely like, it made it harder, I'd say, and kind of was able to like zone us in on what we wanted to do when it like built the tension, you know what I mean? Yeah. He moved back in like February of last year, and we just, I mean, it was just everything that we'd been wanting to create that we couldn't, we were able to do right then and there. Yeah. And so it was just, you know, we'd hang out and he would, you know, we'd produce on the spot.
Fire.
And then it was probably like 7 months of just making songs that we just enjoyed, genuinely enjoyed. And we were like, we should like kind of put this into a project, you know what I'm saying, a few months in. And then, went with the theme that we kind of picked up in each song and went from there.
And so you produced the entire album?
Yeah, there's Jake produced, I'd say like 95% of the songs. I produced 3 songs. Okay,
so 3 out of 23. Okay,
and then cool. Shout out Big Germ. He's really dope. If you don't know him, listen to anything by Mac Miller. And you know, just throw that out there. No, but he's fucking sick. And his production is, you know, otherworldly.
Cool,
I
cool,
feel
cool.
like it definitely fit. He does 2 songs
Okay.
on the album. It's
Fire.
Downtime and
Okay.
Time Off.
Okay. The final
Yeah.
song on
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Fire. Fire. Fire.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool. That's cool. And then Forth and Back. What's kind of the you delve into a lot of personal topics. What was kind of like the overall theme? Why the title? What was kind of the vision with that?
I feel like there are a few kind of poignant themes that there's a few different areas I think that it kind of touches on. I feel like personally, it's always been a journey for me. You know, the cliche like self-discovery.
Got you. Yeah.
But I feel like further than that, it's more like the idea of constantly expanding.
Yeah.
In a corny way, almost in the way that like they say that the universe is always expanding. In a
Yeah,
way that's
yeah.
just like there's no real, you know, intention all the time or direction all the time, but you're taking up space.
Yeah.
You know, and you have to kind of look at what you're doing with that space. And see if it's something that you're aligning with, because you're going to keep expanding either way.
Right.
And so I feel like a lot of it was kind of realizing that I'm growing and I'm growing fast.
Yeah.
And maybe not even growing, just movement in extremes. But, you know, slow and steady and in infinite ways where it kind of seems like it's also too fast. Like there's a lot of, I think the theme of Forth and Back personally for means like, for me means, you know, taking a step forward and taking 5 steps back.
Yeah.
In any direction, no matter what that means for you.
For sure. For sure.
And then as far as, you know, there's a lot of social themes, socio-political things too. A lot of talking about how that expansion also, I guess, plays into the fact that we're moving fucking backwards.
For sure.
But when it comes down to, you know, the people at the top, like these fucking evil narcissists, it's like, they're moving forward, you know, and this is always their, you know, to them, they're not backsliding. To them, they're, you know, pushing their agenda to, you know, the level that they want to with no repercussion.
Yep.
And I feel like it's kind of, you know, this tug of war between 2 worlds. And I feel like a lot of the themes are, you know, I'm trying to not incite. I feel like I want to help wake people up and wake up the rage that they have to then do something meaningful with that energy. You know, whether it's, you know, call your politician or, you know, switch sides if you're on the other side. Like, you know, I don't want to beat anybody down, but it's just like, bro, wake up. Like,
for real.
Yeah.
Wake
so I feel
up.
like it really is, it's talking about kind of like, where are we going?
Yeah.
You know, there's always movement. We're always moving
For sure.
in any direction, whether that's outward or inward or whatever.
Yeah. For sure. For sure. And then, you know, on the title track, there's like a lot of kind of like Western-esque vibes. You know, you're riding the horse on the album cover.
Yeah.
What was the kind of theming behind like the country kind of? Because like the whole album kind of does feel like that kind of isolated country.
Right.
I'm
so glad you said that.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I was so worried about the theme coming off the right way, or like when people close their eyes and imagine it, that like desolate desert storm. You know what I mean? I feel like that is kind of a contrast. One of the heaviest contrasts that you can have visually is somewhere that is so dry all the time. Like it's a desert, you know, by definition. What does that mean? And then a storm rolls through. Yeah. And it's like, you know, in this moment, these 2 worlds are kind of meeting for the first time at an equal level. Yeah. And I feel like, you know, the idea of, you know, you can't have a rainbow without rain, you know, and like you can't have greenery and life without downpour at times. I really feel like it's kind of symbolic in a lot of ways for me, and in the sense that sometimes I feel like I'm like a desert, and the, you know, and the storm is like, you know, I feel like it's very hard for me to take things in, and it feels like a lot of times I'm just kind of walled up to things that I don't want to accept. Yeah. And I feel like a storm rolling through, you know, somewhere as dry as the desert, and unfortunately for the desert, it just has to accept it and wait for the storm to pass, and ultimately you benefit from it. Like, I feel like that's kind of that's one of the themes. Also, the fact that I just live on a ranch.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
it's
you live on a ranch.
Yeah, and
Got
that's
you,
my
got you.
horse on the album.
Oh, that's your horse. Okay,
I was
cool,
like, gotta
cool,
shout
cool.
out Turtle. That's
Shout
my
out
girl.
Turtle.
Shout out Turtle.
Shout out
That's my
Turtle.
girl.
There we go.
But yeah, I feel like, Blue playing into kind of like, the theme of water, rain, flowing. Like if you could think of it, I probably have thought of it when it comes to the theme.
Yeah.
And like visuals.
Cool. Word. And then got a lot of really interesting song. First of all, At the Door. What's the story behind that song? That song went crazy.
I'm trying to think.
Oh, yeah.
What is it to say? I feel like that one is being fed up with trying for people that like don't want to. I don't know. Like, so all I see is rain. It's okay. It's being fed up trying for people that don't know how to kind of like hold their own in a way and aren't able to like I feel like the best way to do this for me like go through it. It's like all I see is rain. I've been high for days, sit and wait and think about you.
Yeah.
It's like I'm the one that's kind of like allowing myself to be in this like down and out position because of somebody else.
Yeah.
And it's like, what is left to say and there's nothing left to feel besides blue. Is like I don't feel like talking anymore.
Got you.
I don't feel like trying to explain things anymore.
Yeah.
I don't need a damn thing but the truth. It's just like be straight up. I don't know. Be straight up. Be for real. I'm tired of being sad and upset because other people seem sad and upset, or I don't know how they feel about me, or I don't know how they're viewing things or whatever. It's like I just need to. It's almost kind of in a way like the first little bit is like self-pity, like all I see is rain, like I'm like so in my head about you and so in my head about this, when it's really like get over it, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And then you got some singles off the album. What's it? Wait Around.
Yeah.
Singer-songwriter, and then Skins also. So what's the story behind those songs? Why'd you decide to make them singles?
Wait Around. Oh God. Let's think about it. Well, okay, let's start with Skins. Skins, sure. I love Skins.
For sure.
I feel like that for me is is a very reflective song. I'm pondering suicide.
Yeah.
Openly I'm pondering suicide, talking about kind of, who are you at your core? And that's, me asking that question is like, do you stand for love or stand for mass destruction? That's also talking about the government. Fuck ICE.
For sure.
But it really is like, are you going to let these towers that you've built in your head, block your vision of what could be? And they're towers that you built, so it's like, I feel like a good amount of it is, I feel like a good amount of the album is self-reflecting in almost a self-pitiful way, but also in a very confronting way. Yeah. Where it's, if I weren't like this, I'd feel more comfortable in my skin. I deal with bipolar disorder, bipolar 2, and BPD, which is borderline personality. Yeah. Diagnosed. That shit is like impossible to deal with at times. Like seriously. So a good amount of it, and Skin specifically, is really talking about like, why me in my skin? If I could just crawl out of it, I feel so much better. And like, I feel like it's also being able to accept it. Which, I feel like that song, I've gotten a lot of like messages and DMs about, which they, kind of talking about that, it helps other people self-reflect on that, which is really cool.
You got similar, vibes going on in that song, Boyish, too.
Yeah, that's a lot of like, they them shit. you know what I'm saying? Like, being with somebody that isn't sure about what they want, aside from relationship, growing up and just feeling confused, not having role models in certain ways that, say, hey, it's okay to be a little boyish, and to feel this way, one day and this day the next. Like, and then also, if we're talking relationship, like my ex-girlfriend, every ex-girlfriend I've had has cheated on me.
Got you.
For like with a guy.
With a guy.
So I'm like, Okay,
So it
bro.
does,
Like,
yeah, it psychs
especially,
you out a little bit.
yeah, and
Yeah.
like, especially being someone that has always presented as mask, you know, and that
Right.
was a journey to come to myself. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, there's a few lines in there that kind of point to the fact where it's like, you know, you say you're okay with me being boyish, but at the end of the day, you want a boy. Like, you want like
Damn.
a
Yeah.
biological like dude. Like, that's hard. You
That's
know, like
tricky.
it's like I
Yeah.
can't compete.
For real.
And so I feel like there's a, you know, a lot of those themes going on too, where it's like, you know, finding that happy medium with yourself of like, it's okay to be confused. It's okay to be okay being in the middle, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. I want to hear the story of the song "Where to Go," because especially the intro. That song goes crazy. When I was like,
Thank you
shit,
so
we're going
much.
into this type. Yeah.
Shout out Jake Hickson, man.
Okay, so that's him. All right. Fine.
Yeah, it was him and
Yeah.
I. He's on all the guitar,
Got
the
you.
keys, the little keyboard solo at the beginning. That's me.
Yeah.
But that song was really like, when he moved back, I got him a welcome home present, and it was this like hollow body guitar, this badass guitar.
Yeah.
I gotta ask him. I'll update you guys in the comments on what type of guitar it is.
Yeah.
I got him this badass guitar, but I'd been listening. I mean, I love Led Zeppelin. I love Pink Floyd, Eagles. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of influence there, obviously. But I feel like this was written right around the time. I mean, it's been growing. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like you can't pinpoint, but I feel like right when things started to pop up surrounding like ICE way more often, like on everybody's screens and it being in everybody's faces, as far as everybody having to face it.
For sure.
And didn't start October 7th, but seeing again on our screens, like in real time, like what's happening in Palestine.
Yeah, murder and all
like
that
just
shit.
like there was like a point where like these kinds of worlds from like Western civilization and then like what's going on everywhere else kind of started merging as far as like things are happening like at different levels all over the place. Like something's changing. There's something in the air.
Yeah.
And I think it's just talking about, you know, the fact that citizens and people, good people, empathetic people, don't know where to go because they don't. It's like it feels like an us versus them, and it feels like it's never enough. No matter what we do, it's never enough. We're slaving away for you. We're this, we're that. You're stepping on everybody. It's disgusting. And I feel like there's a lot of, you know, songs out there right now that are kind of good distractions, I'd say.
Yeah.
You know, as far as like, you know, you can kind of like dance your way through it, but it's like, unfortunately, like we're going to have to look at it. And when you look at it, you shouldn't feel the need to shy away. You should feel the need to band together, you know, and like continue to show people that this is what's happening.
Absolutely.
And I feel like that song was really like almost a cry out, not a cry for help, because we're not going to get help from the government.
Absolutely,
you know.
not. Yeah.
But it's a cry out to rally our troops, I guess, to be like just to join in the, just to commiserate in the fact that they don't give a fuck about us.
Absolutely.
You know, and kind of, you know, once I believe in, you know, stepping into doors you might not be accepted into and stepping into doors that you don't agree with in order to speak a truth for people to walk out of that door with you when you leave. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get people on your side by talking to people that already agree with you. So I feel like, you know, something that everybody, any citizen right now can agree with is the fact that there's a lot of shit going on. You kind of feel powerless and small in it, and it feels like it's an us versus them. If I could get people, anybody, to listen to that and get them on my side with, because another thing is if we're talking psychology, whatever, like the people that are kind of, you know, pushing these narratives are ones that are more, I'd say, racist and regime-ish, are like kind of 40 to 70-year-olds and on,
Yeah.
and what kind of music did they listen to? It's like the old rock stuff,
true,
you know. So
true,
if
true,
I'm
true.
pulling the majority of people in with this kind of, you know, vintage nostalgia, say,
Yeah.
commiserating about something we're all feeling, and then I get you pulled in for that, then the second half of the song I'm talking about children's limbs being all
For
out of
sure.
place because
Yeah.
of our government doing horrific
Absolutely.
shit.
Yeah.
And it kind of slaps you in the face a little bit. It makes you look. And I feel
Absolutely.
like, you know, to produce that, we kind of pulled in genres and decades from like all these different kind of like rock influences.
Yeah.
And just kind of did it our way. And I really feel like the emotion and the passion kind of behind what we're all feeling right now definitely drove the vocals of the track.
Got you.
Production was definitely like more of a hook.
Yeah.
And we were having fun with it. And then lyrics
Got
were
you.
just some real shit going
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
And you're talking about your love for rock, but I've from your earlier music in this album, I noticed a lot of like folk influences
Yeah.
as well. That's where like some of your favorite folk
Yeah.
influences
Yeah.
that you listen to, growing up, now, currently.
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan.
I love
for
me
sure.
I love me some Bobby D.
Yeah.
Jesse Wells.
Okay.
He's
Yep.
someone that's out right now, very outspoken.
Fire. Yep.
I love the way he uses.
He's
his
good at
platform.
like impacting older
Exactly.
listeners too.
Exactly.
I've noticed that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of older folks really like him. Yeah.
Bob Dylan, Jesse Wells, Townes Van Zandt. I love Townes Van Zandt.
Yeah.
Who is it? Oh my God, why am I blanking? Leonard Cohen.
Okay. Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like God. Is it Patsy Cline?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about? It's like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Billy Strings, dude. I've been fucking with Billy Strings.
Billy
Billy Strings.
Billy Strings.
Billy Strings.
You do the rock, you do the folk, but you know you got songs like Never Fails where I was like, oh, this is like some 90s.
Yeah, there's a lot of
R&B.
swanky.
Yeah.
Swanky some.
Yeah, what's the story behind that one?
That originally had a Robin Williams sample on it where he's talking.
Got you.
But
Okay.
stores don't like that.
Yeah.
So low key fuck the stores, but at the same time,
Yeah.
this album needs to be heard.
For
so we took the sample off.
Got you.
But Jake was really feeling himself on that track. Like,
Got you.
as
Yeah.
far as, you know, the like the ending, I love the ending. He's playing the keys on that. We didn't have a key. We were just messing around.
Yeah.
Which I think was really dope. And I honestly, that's one of the songs that I don't like the way that I approached that, like vocally.
Got you. Okay. Yeah.
I don't really know kind of what I was feeling. I definitely know it was more of an R&B vibe.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like I came onto it so weird. But Jake really likes it.
I fuck with that song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank
It's like
you.
it's interesting.
Appreciate
I was
it.
like, oh, like this is like a new.
It is
vibe.
kind of it's interesting. Exactly. It's
Yeah,
interesting. But yeah, it's a cool one. It's
Yeah.
chill.
When you like, you know, you pull inspirations from like a lot of different genres, a lot of different like worlds. Like, do you have like favorite eras or decades where you're like, that's when I do R&B, like that's what I think about, or like when I do singer-songwriter stuff, like I think of the '60s or like, you know, like shit like that, or it's like all times.
I feel like it's kind of like an all the time.
Cool.
Like I feel like I kind of pull from. It'll be mainly like a song. You know what I'm saying? Like Forth and Back, the song was inspired by a group, Rattlesnake Milk. And I think they're, you know what I'm saying? They're very cowboyish kind of sound.
Yeah.
But I think about that, and then when I think about them, I think about some of the older Bob Dylan tracks. Like From a Buick 6.
For sure. Yeah.
And that's not even like country-y like that. To me, it's just kind of the vibe and the little stuff. Like I'll pick up, you know, I like the keys from here, but I like that sound was in this song kind of this way. And then, so it's very like, it's more like notes and accents of things. From all across different genres. And, but for sure, if it's like if I heard a song earlier that day and I like the way that like Sade did something with her voice, I'll like try to do that in my own way, and then I'll listen to that song and then songs like it, and then it'll remind me of another song, and I'll listen to that one and be like, oh, pick that.
Yeah. And then who are your inspirations? Because like I feel like every time I see you perform, it's like a different vibe, different
Right.
style. Like what are your inspirations for your live performances?
I would say
Is
Mac.
Mac Miller?
I would say Mac Miller.
Have you seen him live before? You got a chance to? Nah, no one. No, it's so tragic. It's so
Bro,
tragic.
no.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Miller.
Mac.
It
Easy
was his
Mac.
birthday recently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 Rest in peace. Happy birthday, Mac.
Mhm.
I'd say Mac, just
Yeah.
because very himself, very comfortable, very chill.
Mhm.
I'd say Haley Williams. She's
sure.
dope.
You fuck with the new album?
I do. I do.
Crazy.
It's
Crazy.
insane.
So
I
good.
love
Yeah.
the way that she took on pop.
Incredible.
Yeah, it was dope. Very fresh. But Haley Williams is very outspoken, very easygoing stage presence. Doesn't have to do a lot. You know what I mean? Who else? I would say like Ski Mask.
Ski Mask?
Ski Mask.
He
when it
goes
comes
crazy.
to-
I've seen him live before.
Yeah,
Nah,
you know what I'm
he's-
saying? As far as
yeah.
like the energy that he brings.
For sure.
But then the ability to kind of like move the crowd with what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know? Because if he wants to like pull it back, you know, people obviously people are gonna mosh, but like
Yeah.
he's able to kind of manipulate the crowd as well. I
Got
guess.
you. Yeah.
Freddie Mercury.
Of course.
Freddie
Of
Mercury.
course.
I love Freddie
Yeah.
Mercury. Love you.
For sure.
Freddie Mercury, God. And Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan doesn't give a fuck. Bob Dylan doesn't give a fuck. He's very like.
Nah, he doesn't.
You know, like if a crowd's going too wild, like I don't know, it's
Yeah.
just his vibe. He's so cool, so much swag,
For sure. For sure.
dripping from Mr.
And
Dylan.
you know, I noticed in some of your earlier work, you have more like kind of hip hop,
Mm-hmm.
like experimentation. I know, like in your last song, "Time Off," like it kind of comes back
Mm-hmm.
a little bit. Is that something you kind of want to continue with going in a hip hop direction, or is that kind of just you play with it a little bit? But
I feel like I play with it a little bit,
Yeah.
but I feel like for right now, it feels played out to me in the way that I would approach it.
got you.
I feel like,
Okay,
you know what I'm
that's fair.
saying? I
Yeah.
feel like if I
Yeah.
were to do hip hop, it would kind of be more R&B leaning,
Yeah.
which I feel like the two are kind of like intertwined.
Yeah,
But
and I noticed you're in like a lot of those like spaces, like
Yeah.
all the shows we just mentioned were kind of
Yeah.
rap shows. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah.
yeah. So I feel like, you know, I feel like the hip hop that I'm thinking of when you're saying hip hop is like
Yeah.
rap. That for me right now, I'm
Yeah,
like,
nah, yeah,
I
yeah,
can't
yeah,
do it. I
for sure.
can't. And there's so many talented rappers out there, but I don't
Yeah.
feel like I can listen to them right now because
you.
I just don't feel like I can listen to rap.
For
like,
sure.
I
That's
can
fair.
appreciate the talent. It's not there for me right
Yeah.
now, which means that for me, I don't feel like I have the passion to like make that, but I feel
Yeah.
like Never Fails is kind of the like
Yeah.
hip hop
Yeah.
area
That's true.
or like a little something like that would probably be the hip hop era.
That's true, that's true.
You know, I'd sit in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, you know, always, have unique performance stuff, but also like very unique fit. Like I feel like the last time I saw you had like a tux on when you were performing.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
That's
What-
that's the album character.
That's the album character.
that's the
Okay.
album
Okay. I like
character.
that. I like that you
Yeah.
have an album. That's
Yeah.
smart. Was there an album character for the last
No.
project?
No.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
the last project that I did was Somewhere Not
Yeah.
Here, and that was the wolf mask.
Yeah.
But that
Right.
wasn't like a fully fleshed out world.
Yeah.
Like there's album character. All of this is dropping with the album, by the way.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. For sure.
But yeah, you don't know about that yet. So
Okay,
you're
okay.
watching in the future, but
Yeah.
I'm still not talking about it.
Got you.
There's
Okay,
album
we're still-
characters.
There's album
There's
characters.
a whole world.
Okay, cool,
There's a
cool,
bunch
cool.
of stuff.
Yeah.
Dropping with the tape.
See, I've had like I don't make music or do albums, but I thought of like a character of myself of
Yeah.
like hoodie with a baseball cap, like
Yeah.
type shit. And so now like a lot of times when I was like 2026, I'm just gonna rock that.
Yeah.
Like that's just like the character.
Fuck yeah, that's so
So
cool.
Addy dropping his tape, and like I'm gonna be rocking that
Yeah.
style the
Dope.
whole time.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's
just
good to
your
have an
character.
album character. Why, or I mean I guess you can't get into it, but like what the tux
Well,
that's.
Okay, because that's in all the in the visualizers and
Yeah.
everything. I feel like the baby blue button up for
Yeah.
me is like kind of plays into the theme of boyish and plays
Right.
into like the feeling of expansion and being able to sit comfortably within myself and grow
Cool.
into that.
Yeah.
I feel like baby blue kind of represents the more masculine side of myself that's also still trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
And I feel like that plays a part in the character. It kind of talks about the rain kind of aspect, that side of things. It also just goes with the visualizers. Shout out Noah Neal, who's my creative director.
He did the visualizers?
He did the visualizers.
He didn't do the Jacob's Ladder video.
No. That's Jack Ratier.
That's Jack Ratier.
Shout out to my boy.
That's a crazy. How did that video come about? That's a crazy. You got like that's the one you got like decapitated in.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, shout out to him. He's absolutely insane.
Jack, what's his last name?
Ratier.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know if it's French or not. Ratier. I love you, brother.
Okay.
But I mean, his fucking mind is insane. Him and Zed Friedman. But they're so fucking cool. Yeah. I love that.
How'd you meet them? How'd that video come?
That was through my ex-manager. Okay. I met them and they're just like, I don't know, they were just the coolest people. We just hit it off. Got on FaceTime. They said they had an idea for something that they wanted to do, and I was like, yeah, fuck it, dude, let's do it. I'm down. And I kind of, actually, that was for the second video. He said he had an idea. I was like, I'm down for it. Let's plan it out. So we planned that one, and then we did another video, which is Jacob's Ladder, I think.
Gotcha.
And that was just, I love horror movies. I want to start directing horror movies.
What's your favorite horror movie of all time?
I love The Exorcist.
That's a good one.
I love The Exorcist. Fun fact, Linda Blair and I are now friends. The girl that plays Reagan.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
That's the homie?
That's the homie. And we have the same birthday, which is crazy.
Oh, birthday twins. See, that's why I love LA. Like,
it's wild.
That's your favorite horror movie, and now you're tight. Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, I love The Exorcist. I love Hereditary.
Yep.
Hereditary is a good one. Just classic.
Fire.
Yeah.
Anyway, you love horror, and then horror inspired music video.
Yep.
With the Jacob went crazy.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, for sure. Love that one. Cool. But then back to the visualizers with the tuxedos. That's So who are your other like style inspos that you kind of drew from over the years with the performances, with the videos?
The style for the album was really interesting because that was more, I told the vibe that I was feeling, that I was thinking some of the themes to Noah.
Yep.
And he was able to kind of source out what I was thinking.
Cool.
Him and Zoe. Zoe Donahoe, she's the photographer, took all the pictures for the album. It's fucking incredible.
Okay.
They did all the sourcing, and they found they know this girl Kaylee. Shout out. I'm just giving everybody shout outs. It was incredible work. Kaylee Azambuja. She's dope as fuck. But she was able to find pieces that like seriously like matched kind of exactly what I was going for, and I really went more based off vibe. I can't really say that I have any body like style wise that I could like look to. But more like era, like Soulja Boy, like the the baggy of course. Swag. But I also love like Western, like kind of Western style stuff. I love baggy stuff. Sure. I don't know. But Kaylee knew what she was doing. She definitely threw that shit together. Cool. Perfect.
Yeah. Word. And then here at Fake Radio, we got a game. You choose one artist who you know in real life, who you want to collab with, and then one artist who you've never met, kind of dream collab situation. What we got?
Artists who I know in real life. Denzel Curry.
You know him in real life?
I do.
Okay, cool. How'd you meet Denzel?
A comedy show.
Oh, through a comedy show?
Yeah, my friend Asher. Those comedy shows.
Fire.
Yeah. He pulls up. Denzel, he's dope.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And then someone that I haven't met. I'd probably say Faye Webster.
Okay. That would,
Faye Webster or Doja Cat.
Doja Cat would be cool.
Doja Cat. Erykah Badu. Cool. Jesse Wells.
Erykah Badu would, that would go.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Have you and Arlena ever done anything?
No.
No.
No. All right. Yeah. Arlena. I have another one.
Yeah.
Arlena.
How'd you meet Arlena? How'd that connection?
Was it through a friend? Through our friend.
Okay.
Miles. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. I know.
Yeah. I think we met at a show. I think it was an Arlena show.
There we go. Yeah.
But
and then
Arlena and I need to fucking make something together.
Gotta lock in.
I know.
Crushing it at the Cusco. The Cusco.
It's so dope.
The
That she has that spot too.
No, I love that. Yeah.
It's like such the perfect vibe.
For real.
Like,
no.
That's incredible.
That will always. I always try to pull it when I can. Like the first show she did there. The artist I manage, Adamir, he performed there at the first Cusco show. Yeah. So I always have a soft spot. Anytime I go there, just for like eating or to see a show there, I'm out. Like anytime I bring something like this spot is.
This spot is Arlena's
history.
spot. Shout out Arlena, bro.
Arlena's spot.
Arlena original in the corner.
For sure. And then got to plug. You got the release show.
Yeah. Come on out.
Sure.
February 21st starts at 8 o'clock. 21st. Goes 8 till late.
Word.
Got Twisted in Love and Keegan Consor.
Okay.
Opening.
Yeah.
Dope ass show.
That's at that LAX spot, right?
Yeah.
I fuck with that spot.
Yeah.
I fuck with that spot. Yeah.
It's gonna be merch, photo booth.
Word. Photo booth.
Yeah,
oh,
photo
shit.
booth with some album props. Stay tuned.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, pull up, know the words, meet some cool people, network.
For sure.
Enjoy some live music.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then so your album's gonna drop as this is recording. It's gonna drop on Friday. How you feeling right now? What do you want people to take away from this album? What do you want the effect of this album to be? Leading up to the release.
I want people to know that I'm not here to fuck around.
For real. For real.
That this is something generational.
Yeah.
And it's not in a way that's like, oh my God, I can't wait to be famous forever. It's like,
no.
I want to use a platform to speak on things that fucking matter.
For real.
And I want people to, if you're not already on board, to damn near be intimidated into being on board.
Absolutely.
Because if you're not on this side, you're on the wrong side. You
Absolutely.
know what I'm saying? And I feel like I want people to feel. Like, that's my biggest thing.
Sure.
Is I want to connect to people. I want to connect with people. I want to help people. I want people to feel heard. I want people to feel every emotion on the spectrum while they're listening to my shit. You know, this is not some. You can, there are songs for distraction. Some feel good songs, but I want people to like be aware.
Mm-hmm.
Have the awareness of your spectrum of emotion and how to use them in your own life and in your social life. Yeah.
And that's real as fuck, because 2026, I'm gonna be real, not enough artists are really trying to use their art and use their platform to really speak on shit. And like, you do it in a very natural, very like powerful way, and that's important. Like, and especially like right now, like that's critical. So no, that's real for real.
Thank you.
Do you have a favorite song, or is that not
off the album?
We can do off the album and then do just out of your whole catalog.
Off the album, let's see. It would probably be. One of my favorite songs would probably be off of this album, just because I'm so
for sure. No, it's a very, very personal, very like powerful. Yeah.
I would probably say At the Door.
Okay, yeah, I would say that's my favorite too.
Yeah,
I really like that one. Yeah, when I heard that,
one.
I was like, the second it started, I was like, this is one's crazy. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd say At the Door.
Yeah.
And then of all time.
Yeah.
I love Between the Lines.
Okay, that's a good. Yeah, that's a good one.
About all time, but
that's a good one. Cool. Hell yeah. And then final thing. Do you have any advice for the people out there? Final last.
Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Seriously, don't give up. There have been many times where I wanted to give up in a lot of different ways.
Yeah. And
you surprise yourself with how many fucking times you can keep waking up and doing the same shit, and it somehow gets better. For real. It somehow gets better. They always say it gets worse before it gets better.
Uh-huh.
It goes like this, baby, just ride that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
You're good. The people that make it to the top are the ones that never quit.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
Word. Well, thank you for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for sending me the album early. I really do fuck with this, so I'm very honored that I get to rein it in. So that's super cool. And
Thank
hell
you for
yeah,
having me, bro.
pull
Thank
up
you for
to the
listening.
show.
Yeah, pull up to the
Stream
fucking show, dude.
Forth and Back.
Tickets in bio.
For real.
Instagram, ZoeRexX.
Zoe Rex, Rack Skills, Free Palestine,
Free
Abolish ICE,
Free
all that
Palestine.
shit.
Fuck ICE. Abolish ICE.
We out.
Impeach Trump.
For
Get him
real.
out of here.